Sano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahe Yasyanavaditamastu Mahaviddushavavahe Om Shantihi Shantihi Shantihi. Please read verse number 7 onwards, please. Heyopadeyata tavat samsara vitapankurah spruha jivati yavadvai nirvicharadasaspadam प्रवृत्तो जायते रागः निवृत्तो द्वेष एव हि निर्द्वन्द्वो बालवद्धीमान् एवमेव व्यवस्थितः हातुमिच्छन्ति संसारम् रागी दुःखजिहासया वीतरागो हि निर्दुःखः तस्मिन्नपि न खिद्यति. See, these verses, as you have been seeing, they are really, they fail my description. I'm sort of, you can't just categorize them. If I can use that word, they have become like embodiment of the truth itself. At no time the truth can be described, cannot be displayed, cannot be written about, cannot be painted. But if at all it can be done, these are the word paintings. They are so beautiful, we shall see, friends, as we have been seeing it. Just say verse number 7, last time I took, but there was a little this way, that way. I was not very happy with that, the translation that I gave. Yavat nirvichara dasaspadam spruha jivati tavat heya upadeyata sansara vitapa ankura. This is the way you can arrange the verses. Yavat nirvichara dasaspadam. As long as you are nirvichara dasaspada, you are under the spell of this dasa aspada. As long as an individual is under the spell of or in a condition of nirvichara dasa. Nirvichara dasa means where there is no vichara, no inquiry, no investigation, no exploration, no questioning, no challenging, no analyzing any particular situation. It's a very, very broad definition. See the beauty of it. I was thinking about it. Whole morning after reading, I was thinking about it, contemplating about it. It's so nice. Think. A day. The day dawns. Usually, what do we expect? A beautiful morning. What do you say as a perfect morning? How? Nice sunrise, cool mornings, beautiful weather, everything is green, quiet, nice. What do you say? Wow, lovely. That is how the mornings should be. That is how the dawn is. But suppose like today's dawn, strong wind, little cloudy, because of the strong breeze, the trees are breaking down. What will you do? immediately say, why? Why this is? Why is it like that? Because every morning is so beautiful. Why this morning is like this? Every summer is so nice. Why this summer is so hot? Just see this. This particular vegetable is so nice, but why this curry is so hot? Or it is so much of salt? Why is it so distasteful? Think. Life also like that. Usually life means what? If you look at a child, smiles and smiles and smiles. Look at a 2-year-old, 3-year-old, no conflict, no pain, no misery, no anxiety, no depression, no obsession, nothing. Just smiling, playing, baby. Sleeping, waking up, sleeping. Then when you is 14, 15, 16-year-old, you see the life is becoming more and more complicated. Anger, hatred, jealousy, obsession. Then naturally, you cannot believe this was the child who was so nice. Why? This is where vichara is needed. Are you getting that point? Vichara is needed because when you know what a morning should be, how it is, not natural. Cool breeze, just tender breeze coming in, cool breeze blowing by. How nice. But when you see a typhoon coming, hey, what is this? Cyclone coming, what is this? Tornado coming, what is this? Everybody starts wondering. Same thing in a human relationship. So loving, so caring, so sweet, so nice. Everything is going on nicely. Nobody questions. Does anybody question when everything is going nice? But the moment you see the man is angry, the woman is short-tempered, there is jealousy, there is fight, there is conflict, there is misery. What happened? Everybody starts wondering, what happened? Just see the dimensions. From the gross physical dimensions, where just a morning or evening, a lovely season or very hot or very cold season, but the climate change is taking place, everybody starts wondering, why? It was not like this 50 years back. Why? It was not like this 100 years back. Coming from the whole universe, now come down to your own physical relationships, situations in a family. Hey, father was nice, mother was nice, brother was nice, sister, now why? What happened? You start investigating. Same thing also your own physical body. Health is the natural condition. Are you getting that? Health. So nice. No pain, no problem. Everything nice. Then one day, you have got to some joint pain, spondylitis, conjunctivitis, stomachache, headache. Why? Why this is coming? And until, please understand, that is where the necessity for vichara, investigation, comes. Just like, now go into next dimension, mind. Mind is usually for a child, or most of the people, most of the time, so nice. But suddenly an anxiety has come. Fear has come. Fear of death, fear of loss of relationship, business going down, something somewhere happens. Anxiety comes in, pain comes in, conflict comes in. Oh, the person becomes depressed, dejected, getting that? So naturally somebody will say, why? Until you do that vichara, you challenge, question, explore, analyze, try to see as to why this happened, the problem shall not be solved. There is a difference between, listen carefully, this is amazing. There is a difference between you are judging something or somebody and investigating into something. One person was, somebody wrote me 1 or 2 nice stories they have sent. One person was very proud and he told his teacher, I think I'm a very good judge of people, and I'm very proud of it. I'm a very good judge of people, because when I see them, I know how they are going to behave. I'm a very good judge of people. I'm very proud of it. Then he said, the teacher said, should you be proud of it? He says, yes, I can. Or else, shall I be a bad judge? He said, no. There is one thing common between a good judge and a bad judge. They judge, judgmental. Is it common something between the two? Because when you are judging, listen carefully, you can judge only action. You can judge, try to judge. What shall you do? When you are judging something or somebody, you are judging an action. And how do you judge? According to the laws of the land. If the laws vary, your judgment goes crazy. If the motive is established, action is finished. Like a person says very nicely, he saw somebody, there was a group of students in the monastery, so they were very, very nice, everything was going on. Then one day they discovered one of the students was something he has done something wrong. So everybody was waiting for the teacher to punish the boy. But months passed, the teacher did not do anything. So immediately one of the students goes and remonstrates, sort of complains to the teacher. We have got the eyes to see. Can we ignore what we saw? We have eyes to see. Can we ignore what we saw? The teacher quietly said, he says, God, I know. He says, God has given us the eyes. Can we ignore? Can we choose not to see? The teacher smiled and says, He has given you the eyelids also. Not only you are given eyes to see, but also eyelids. Looking at yourself, always eyelids. Looking at others, eyelids are all open. You cannot have all the lights, all the eyes, all the time open, nor can you all the time closed. Both ways is a problem. Remember the story I was telling you, like, this is judgment. It's like Gandhi has got 3 monkeys, you know that? Don't see evil, don't hear evil, don't speak evil. So the monkey with the eyes closed, ears closed, and mouth also closed. I had 3 monkeys in my room. One is looking through binocular, other is listening with both the ears, other is speaking through the a microphone phone, you're like a loudspeaker. Which one you want to be? Both are wrong. Both are wrong. If you completely close your eyes, you shall not see anything. You always open your eyes, also is a problem. Unless you see, how do you know which one to see, which one not to see? So see or do not see, but vichar. That is where comes your vichar. Just like your hands. Suppose a hand is permanently open, always open. It's a deformity. Always closed, deformity. So the eyes must close and open. Ears must close and open. You must hear everything and choose. This choice is your understanding, investigation. Yes, we shall see that. Because as long as you have not done this vichara, right type of vichara, investigation, very clearly, that long you cannot escape the judgments. Bad day, somebody says, bad day, very good day. There is no good day or bad day. It's a day. Bad or good depends on you. Listen carefully. The fire, please. A person says, the pot maker says, oh, the fire is such a help. Why? Because it bakes the pot. The fire which can bake the pot can also burn the pot. The fire which can bake a cake can also burn the cake. So fire is good or bad? Depends how you use it. How you use it. Therefore, when you want to do, please understand, when you have to do the vichara, what shall you do the vichara, investigation on? What you perceive, the world outside, the physical body, the thoughts, or the I who is passing judgment on everybody. Go back. There is only one thing. It's so very important to appreciate. There is only one thing that you must see very, very clearly. Because this creation by itself is neither a blessing nor it is a curse. The day is beautiful as it is. Now it is lovely sunlight, everything good. Now there is a cyclone coming. But when it comes, you must do the vichara as to why. First to understand. First you must know why is it coming, why that cyclone is coming. Why there is disease for the physical body. Why there is a cyclone in the mind. Because until you do that, when it comes, you shall not know how to deal with it. That is why it is so important that you cannot just close your eyes to the problem. You cannot just close your eyes. You have to be you have to be very, very careful. You can't just close your eyes to the problem. You have to solve it. Until you do it, until you go to the source of the problem, you cannot be happy in life. And once you go to the source of the problem, understand the reality of it, thereafter, the cyclone or the cool breeze, the heat or the cold, any other things, the presence or absence of a thought, the health or the disease will not make any difference to you. That is the ultimate. Please recognize. What really, please, you must appreciate, what really tortures, torments, persecutes an individual. He's not being able to understand as to why these things is happening. Not only why the cyclone outside, why the disease at the level of the body, but why these reactions inside. Everybody gets angry with the reactions, everybody gets angry with the disease, everybody gets angry with the situations, but nobody gets angry with himself as to why he is reacting to all these things. Please see that. This is something very important. Everybody gets angry with the situations outside. Why this is so hot, why this is so cold, so cold. So vichara is understanding from all levels, understanding all levels as to why a cyclone passes. Please see that. We'll see from all levels so that your life is absolute clear, absolute clarity is in living. Why the cyclone happens? You can't just say, I must understand myself and thereafter cyclone comes also I'll take it, cyclone not, no, there is no question of your taking or not taking. Appreciating as to why the cyclone comes, then you can know how to escape its impact. Okay, you start analyzing how the cyclone comes. Cyclone is not a natural state. The natural state of the world is nice cool breeze, very gentle breeze, gentle atmosphere, everything gentle. When a little Low pressure comes up, the breeze starts gathering momentum, then it becomes a huge depression, cyclone, all that stuff, it happens. Can't escape, but you can track its path and then get out of the path of the cyclone. That's fantastic. So no more the cyclone is a mystery. There can be one person who shall say, ignore the cyclone, it's all God's grace. Another person can say, I want to understand the cyclone, you better. Both way it can be done. You can't just close your eyes to that, as to how it happened. And you cannot escape it because it's a natural thing, but you can only escape by escaping the root of the cyclone. So, excellent. So that problem is solved. Abba, all right, now I know. I cannot stop a cyclone from being created, but I can escape the wrath of the cyclone. How beautiful. This is vichara. Okay. I cannot escape the disease of the body, because body means there will be some type of disease. I cannot escape the disease of the body. But let me understand what this disease is all about. Different types of diseases. I'm not going to go to medical science here, okay? Different types of diseases it can be. It can be because of the mosquito, it can be because of the water, it can be because of the breeze, it can be because of the wind, the air, or air pollution, or because of the food. The moment you come to discover it, okay, these things I learned it. But there is one disease you cannot escape, death. Body shall die. This is what the physical body is, and the body shall die. This is what the body, you will be dead. Body shall die. The next thing is, listen, that the body is dying is not a problem. That I am dying is the problem. So, I cannot escape the death of the physical body, the growth of the birth of the physical body, the growth of the physical body, or the end of the physical body. But I can escape by understanding I am not the body. Are you getting that, please? You cannot change the conditions of the body, but you can change the identification with the body. Because of the identification, this problem is coming. Now, same thing, move on to your mind level. When you go to the mind level, the thought level, thought is so nice. Then how does it become so much anger, hatred, jealousy? Why does it come? How does it happen? It is just like a cyclone. Understand? It's just like a cyclone. Like a little tender breeze. But somehow this low pressure comes up. And then this gathers momentum and becomes a cyclone. So-called emotions also inside, it all begins with a first thought. We have seen it. A thought is not an emotion, but thought by thought you build emotion. Like a brick is not a wall, but brick by brick you create a wall, brick by brick you create a house. The house is not a prison until the prisoner is put there. The house is not something, it's like a residence unless there is a resident put there. Think. Same thing. Brick by brick, as you build a wall, a home, thought by thought, an emotion is created. Then I become the prisoner of the thought. So that there is an emotion, so you know how exactly you can track, just like you are tracking a cyclone, you can track the emotion watching satellite. You can watch that, how exactly it's being created. And who is creating it? Sometimes unconsciously it is getting created. Sometimes you are there, you can consciously do it. But there is a difference. You are unconsciously getting it, you are continuously dwelling upon the thought, then it becomes a desire, then becomes the kama, krodha, then if you not fulfill, anger, and if anger continues, it becomes a delusion. With the delusion, you kill yourself, kill others. Oh, so this is what it is. So the I thought, because of this I thought, it all comes up. Ultimately you discover, this is vichara, ultimately you discover that there is a cyclone or tender breeze, it doesn't matter. It has its own impact, but I have to keep myself away from it. Physical body shall grow, shall change, shall be diseased, shall be dead, but I don't have to identify with it. The thoughts are like this, emotions are created, kama, krodha, anger, the desire is created, anger if is fulfilled, there is greed, not fulfilled, anger. Like there's these different types of, the anger and greed continues, obsession, like that the delusion comes up. All this because the I thought is there. This is vichara. Are you getting that? Unfortunately, if you stay and end up only at the level of the physical universe, the science will help us to understand it, but not knowing how to face it. The physical body, they understand the disease. They know how to understand the disease, cure the disease. But how do you cure the original disease of death? And who is affected by it? The I again. The thought, very clearly you can see how it is built up. But you can also stop building it up. So it is up to you. Listen carefully. It is not up to you for the body to grow. Just dump your food, time will take care of it. Whereas thought, by itself, it cannot grow. Physical growth is natural. Just little food, everything will grow up. But a thought-wise, you cannot just be a 20-year-old, you have 20-year thought. No, you have to participate in the thought. The thoughts are given and you must know how to use your thought. You must know how to use your thought. Emotions. Therefore, this I is the one which creates every problem. So, yavat nirvichara dasaspada, as long as you have not started inquiring into as to how these things happen, why these things happen, and even if they are happening, why are they affecting me? It is because I am there, identifying with every one of those things. That is how I get affected. I say, I don't want it, I want it. I like it, I dislike it, because I don't know about myself. See the whole picture. Imagine, friends, one individual can have so much of confusion in himself because of a little life, which is a collective delusion. The collective confusion, the whole world can be in a mess. Why people find it comfortable to live alone? Because their confusion is confined to them. Their emotions are confined to them. But the moment the second person comes, world war. Third person comes, fourth person, fifth person comes, oh, it becomes disaster. And then what happens is, my view, your view. My perception, your perception. My judgment, your judgment. My thinking, your thinking. More problem, because according to the laws of this country, this is legal, this is illegal. According to the law of that country, this is legal, that is illegal. According to the culture, tradition, religion of this country, this is okay. Another country, that is not okay. We have seen that. In certain religions, what? You can eat anything like, you can drink anything you like, no problem. In some other religion, if you eat meat, if you eat anything like that or drink something, it is not very nice, it is not very holy. Details I don't want to go into that, all that you have seen it. So this is where judgment comes. Confusion comes. Please understand, friends. You may or may not live in every country of the world. You may or may not live in all the parts of the same country in the world. But you are living with your body, your mind, and your conflict is very vital. As to why is it so? I started with this little body so healthy, suddenly it has become crazy. Okay, medical science will help you. Why this? I was such as a kid, I was so happy, so nice. Or I was not unhappy at least. Now suddenly what has happened? So much anger, so much hatred, so much jealousy. Why is it like that? Why I cannot take the thoughts? Why these thoughts are becoming so strong? Then you discover how these thoughts built up. That there is a thought built up is not a problem. That I am there is a problem. All these things you have seen elaborately, therefore I don't want to get into details. But one thought is I creating problem. That is why somewhere in one another nice text it is written, this ahankar, this I thought, vicharahina jivana. As long as you have not done an inquiry into the I thought, that long it shall last. And once you do the vichara into that, dhavatiyam ahankara pisacha, this ghost of an I disappears. So, very important that I must have that inquiry in myself. But therefore don't make it a religious and secular divide, that everybody must know only about himself. No. To even to understand the nature of the I, you must question the I, challenge the I. So also to understand the nature of the physical body and the disease, science is absolutely essential. If you want to understand the nature of the cyclone, earthquake, tsunami, better look into the world. If you want to go into another planet or stars, understand those principles also which can take you against gravity and beyond gravity. All these are wonderful, important, but the most important thing is who? Yourself. Because a scientist, an artist, a painter, a musician, whoever, whatever they may be, after they fix up the world or they understand the world, they have to come back to face their personal conflict. Your death, your emotions, your jealousies, your insecurities, you have to appreciate. Please understand. That is why just losing one's own self in the understanding of the world is not very desirable. Because you may know everything about the world, but still you are a prisoner of your thought. That is why this I thought, vicharahina jiva. And as long as it is there, spruha jivati, you shall have desires of many kinds, inquiries of many kinds, mysteries of many kinds. Listen, friends, as long as I is a mystery, everything shall be a mystery. It will create a puzzle out of everything. Understand? It's very, very important. Creation by itself is not a puzzle. Creator, if you want to accept it, by itself, himself, herself, itself is not a puzzle. Body by itself is not a puzzle, not a mystery. Thought by itself is not a puzzle, not a mystery. Because I am a puzzle to myself, everything becomes puzzling. Do you understand that point? Because I am a puzzle to myself, everything becomes puzzling. Because I am a mystery to myself, everything becomes mysterious. Have you not seen it? As long as there is a conflict going on inside your head, that long, everything shall appear conflicting to you. As long as there is a misunderstanding in yourself, that long, everything shall appear misunderstanding to you. So important to understand. Do you know why am I telling you with so much of gusto, confidence and enthusiasm or this urgency? Yesterday I met a gentleman, 84. I have known him for a long time, but suddenly yesterday, first time he is asking me a question. Swamiji, what is this life all about? 84, huh? Should he ask this question when he is 18-year-old or 84-year-old? 66 years, you know, 84 years have been lived with so much of whatever you call it, success, failure, anger, hatred, jealousy. Anyway, he has survived. Physical body has survived. Mentally, what all he has gone through, I shall not know, you shall not, nobody shall ever know. So why this creation? Why God has, he is asking, why God has put us into this type of trouble? I was, it's just like, Shankara has that bhaja govindam, bhaja govindam, bhaja govindam, govindam, bhaja mudhamate, samprapte, sannihite kale, nahi nahi rakshati dukrankarane. Hey mudhamati, O deluded one, bhaja govindam. Find what is Govinda, what is the truth. Govinda word is there, is very beautiful. That which is revealed by the words, that is yourself. Find out that reality, that absolute. Sannihite, samprapte, sannihite kale. When the last moment is coming, you are going to meet the inevitable last moment. This grammar is not going to solve your problem. This information is not going to solve your problem. Grammar stands for what? Not Sanskrit grammar, therefore Sanskrit language. Any grammar, whether it is a grammar of a language, the grammar of a science, grammar of art, grammar of religion, will not going to solve your problem. By repeating, whether it is a religious principle, secular principle, you should be good, you should not be good, I should believe, should not believe, nahi nahi rakshati, it will not protect you. Why? Because you don't know anything about yourself. Because we have been listening to for such a lovely emphasis I have been giving, and that's why the tradition is so beautiful, it may appear to you so simple. Go to the world and find out. Yesterday that I was knocked out by that thing, person 80 plus. And I say, why are you making God so important in your life? Huh? Then who else is important? I say, can your God be the beginning of your point? Billions of people, perhaps some fanatics will shoot you for that, because they think they have taken an extra, sort of contract on behalf of the God. God is not the starting point. Destination is not the starting point. Are you getting that point, please? Very simple. You start with where you are, not where you should be. God is not starting point. You are the starting point. Are you getting that point, please? You are the starting point. Creation is not starting point. Because if you are not there, creation means nothing. So you are the starting point. And again, you have to, of course, wait for a little time until you have a sense of I, the individuality, to have a conflict. Because 4-year-old, the childhood is not the starting point of inquiry. That also. The childhood may be the beginning of your life, but childhood is not the beginning of the inquiry. Because the inquiry is not physical. Inquiry, investigation is intellect, mind, thought level. So until you have the conflict at the level of the thought, how can you inquire? Are you getting that point, please? Therefore, don't insist on a child to know the truth. What nonsense. Child doesn't know that he is living in untruth. Don't try to make a child happy. The child doesn't know that he is not unhappy. He is unhappy. The child doesn't know that he is unhappy. Everybody busy giving children the direction. What about yourself? First, you find the direction. So as you grow up a little, ahankar starts creating problem. So that becomes the mystery. Only when your living becomes a pain, you start looking at the whole universe as a curse. Listen to that statement. When your living becomes a pain, conflict-ridden, misery, oof, you are depressed, you are dejected, that is the time the whole creation appears to be a curse. That is why as long as you are happily hanging around, seeing, hearing, tasting, touching, smelling, good money, good job, good everything, nobody questions about anything. Until your business collapses. Until the woman runs away, the man runs away, the relationship is destroyed, business collapses. Then suddenly the fellow wakes up. Oh, it's like a bubble. Now the bubble has burst. I don't know what to do. Think. The moment you get into conflict, suddenly the whole creation appears to be conflict-ridden. When you are miserable, everything appears to be miserable. When you become a mystery to yourself, everything appears to be a mystery. Listen carefully, friends. Even if the whole creation is a revealed book, meaning trees are there, monkey, the air is there, fire is there, space is there, earth, everything is open. There is no conspicuous conflict anywhere. Sky is so quiet. The air is so tender. The fire is not burning you. The water is not drowning you. The earth is holding you. The space has accommodated you. What is the problem? But you feel imprisoned inside. Why? My mother told me like that. My brother told me that. He did that to me. My money is lost. My business is gone. Oh, I am so stupid. Do you understand? In the vast, open, free universe, you feel imprisoned. Where is your prison? You understand? Where is your prison? Your thought. You become a prisoner of your own little thought, idea, emotion. When everybody is happily going around, the spring breeze is blowing, the summer is beautiful, everything is nice, nature is continuously celebrating as though you are. If somebody comes and tells you, look at this beautiful weather, what is so beautiful about it? Why? Because your head is finished. You have to pay 5 lakhs rupees you have borrowed from somebody. Or your child is cancer, your brother is something somewhere, or your own body is going crazy, is suffering. Invite diseased people for your marriage. Try. What are you talking? Traditionally, what do they say? If somebody dies in your family for 1 year, no auspicious work. Why? Not that the work becomes auspicious, not that the time becomes auspicious. You are auspicious. You are still not mentally ready to participate in the celebration. How do you accommodate a long drawn munji face in a happy occasion? When everybody is happy, what happened? Now everybody's attention will go there. Because when everybody is miserable, somebody is miserable, he will be hidden up. When everybody is hanging, laughing around and smiling around, naturally, what happened to you? That is, sometimes if you are conflict-ridden, you want to pass on that conflict to everybody, so that you feel comfortable. If people refuse to be dragged into the conflict, you are finished. But the trouble is, everybody is so vulnerable. Listen carefully. Vicharahina jivana. Nirvichara dasaspadam. As long as this vichara is not there, about yourself, who you are, that long spruha jivati. Spruha means desires. Desires born of need, limitation, absence of fulfillment, emptiness within. Please know, desire is not painted as a devil. Desire is not demonized. Please do not demonize desire. Desire is beautiful. The same desire can be an ambition, a healthy ambition. And the same desire can be a demon that has possessed you. Depends on you. The moment you come to that level, suddenly the whole creation is left apart. The whole physical universe. Feel it, feel it, feel it, see it, see it, see it. Recognize. You use any language you like. What is needed is this. You do the vichara. That is why that word I have already explained to you. Vichara means viparita chara. Viparita chara. Chara to move. Move in opposite direction. The confused person has moved in the externalized direction. World is real, body is real, thought is real, sensation is real, I thought is that. That one takes everything to be like that. Now you viparita chara, move opposite from the universe. Bring yourself to the body. From the body to the senses and sensations. From the senses, sensations to the thought level. From the thought level, go to the eye thought. From the eye. That is vichara. Vichara does not mean simply analyzing. Moving in the opposite direction. To reach a place where you find yourself already existing. To be there, to reach there where you know you are already there. That's what it is. And thereafter, spruha is not a spruha. Desire is not a desire. A thought is not a problem. Understand? Everything is beautiful. For a child, listen carefully, for a child, everything is beautiful outside. Thoughts are not yet complicated. When you are grown up, understand yourself. When you are growing up, suddenly thoughts become complicated. World looks like complicated because the I thought complicates it. When you grow up, understand, and then you do this vichar on yourself as to who is this I, challenging the challenger, questioning the questioner, thinking about the thinker, this I. When you go to yourself, suddenly same childlike innocence comes back. You are beautiful as you are, your thoughts are wonderful as they are, your body is wonderful as it is, creation as it is. You want to change, change for change's sake, action for action's sake, but no more for the happiness sake. Therefore, no raga, no dvesha, no like, no dislike. Are you getting that point, please? No like, no dislike. This is what we are on the team. Heya upadeyata tavat sansara bitapa ankura. So as long as nirvichara dasaspada, as long as you have not inquired into the nature of everything, and especially the nature of yourself, the I, that long you shall be coming under the spell of desires, inevitable likes and dislikes. Just like, take the language of the science. As long as you have not understood how the cyclone comes, you shall be helplessly praying a god or become a helpless victim of that particular cyclone. Always defeated, destroyed, devastated, helpless, miserable. But once you do the vichara into it, then the fear from that goes away. Are you getting that point, please? You understand? When you understand the nature of the cyclone, the fear goes away. Now, what is happening in our generation? Cyclone is now one coming to Madras, tomorrow it will hit. 1,000 kilometers away from the Nagapattinam, 700 kilometers, now it is 500 kilometers. Now how do you know that? Sitting down here, how do you know? You have planted an eye on the sky. Extension of your eyes, extension of your eyes and your mind, you know. You have planted one satellite there and that is watching, tracking. So now you are relaxed. Tomorrow 10 o'clock only coming, no? So today we can go wherever you want to go. Happy. But those days, when people did not know it, oh. Other day I was talking to somebody in Andhra, that Helen, you know, that one cyclone was passing just 10 days back. When because my friend, I talked, hello, and I phoned up. Now I can't hear him. Do you know why? Om Namah Shivaya, Om, that big chanting and dance, you know, that microphone, mantras and everything. I said, what is going on? Are you all, you know, Swami, there is a big temple, there is a puja in the temple, so that it's good, nothing, we should not laugh at it. They don't say, oh, because of your puja, is it going to stop? Because of puja, the cyclone is not going to stop. But that helps ordinary people to keep their mind away from the cyclone for some time. So what is the idea of sitting down and saying, cyclone is coming, cyclone is coming, cyclone is coming? At least it is better than that. But it's not a solution. Because you don't understand the cyclone, it will pass. So when you know the cyclone, please, vichara, that is your vicharaspada. It's not nirvichara. Not nirvichara dasa, vichara dasa. When you know the cyclone, what happens? Now you are relaxed. Okay. So this earthquake has come. Hey, watch out. There may be a tsunami. Then you know how to face it. Same thing, friends. Physical body. Why this disease comes? Why somebody is having fever? Why there is stomachache? Why there is this ache? Then you open the whole body. Every organ can go through a problem. Kidney can be affected. Liver can be affected. All the organs can be affected. This intestines can be affected. Your lungs can be affected. Heart can be affected. Blood can be affected. Blood cells can be affected. Head can be wounded. The joints can be broken. All these are inconveniences. It can happen. So, what do? So, shall we pray God, or shall we pray somebody XYZ, or shall I say just close my eyes, okay, let it happen, helplessly? One gives up helplessly, another accepts it helplessly. Who is better? One gives up helplessly, other accepts it helplessly. Who is better? The problem is not gone. The person who is giving up helplessly is as helpless as in person is accepting helplessly. So that individual who is accepting or giving up, are you getting that point? That person who is accepting or giving up, that person is the problem. I thought. You understand? So today, science has, naturally they have started inquiry. Just like you know the ways of the cyclone, earthquake, tsunami, now you better know the ways of the cancer, the heart problem. Today, the latest discovery, I couldn't believe that they are discovering a biopen, PEN, pen. They will draw the picture of they draw on the bone, and the bone will take that shape because the stem cells will automatically, something is writing, I don't understand that. But the bone will automatically correct itself. Really, the days are not far away of fantastic discoveries in the field of science. The stem cells and all this. And imagine. So should be done. The person who is helplessly suffering, what do you say call? We shall call him. Oh, pow. Person is helplessly accepting, is he curing the disease? Or somebody is very enthusiastically accepting, enthusiastically suffering. What is that? Secular attitude, right? It doesn't matter. It will come. So you have taken for granted it will come. And you have to suffer. So bravely face it. Why should you bravely face it? You are not there. Where is the question of facing it? Are you getting that point, please? Somebody bravely faces it. Somebody cowardly faces it, helplessly faces it. Who is better? Both are stupid. What is there to face? Face the music. I am not there. Let the music be there. I am not going to face it or deface it. Oh, wonderful. You understand? Same thing your thoughts, just like your physical body. As if you understand the ways of the diseases, the secrets of old age, secrets of aging, how it works, and the fear goes away. So this is the nature of the body. Jatasya dhruvo mrityu, dhruvam janma mritasya. One which is born must die. One that is dead is born again, comes back in one form or the other. This is the nature of the physical body. Disease can come, but what is this disease? That there is a disease is not a problem. I am diseased is a problem. That there is life is not a problem. I am alive is the problem. That there is death is not a problem. I am dying is the problem. So I is the ultimate mystery. But long before you go into that I thought, go to other thought level, which creates many emotions, emotional cyclone, intellectual conflict, spiritual conflict. You understand? Emotional, spiritual, emotional conflict, intellectual conflict, spiritual conflict. Is there a God? Am I the God? Why should I be punished? Some type of spirituality. I'm talking about vague ideas, which is spread, always we have picked up. Like yesterday, this person asking the question. All the emotions, you appreciate, wow. This thought, the first thought is given. Builds up, emotions are built up. Just like this, even I thought also is a thought. As even I don't need a name for an object to be. You don't need a name for this flower to be. You don't need a name for anything to be. Think. You don't need a name for anything to be. If that much you are convinced, straight away apply it to yourself. You don't need the name I to be. Your sense of being independent of a name. Therefore, your sense of being is independent of a thought. Can you have the thought of silence? Oh, it's amazing. Please remember the music. Remember the Sthita Prajna chapter or the Atma Shatakam chanting. Sabda. Chant the Purnamada. Your mind will be already chanting, oh, Purnamada, Purnamidam, Purnatma, Mudite, Purnasya. Chant the silence. Without a name, what are you going to remember? How do you remember a name? Without a form, how do you remember a form? But consciousness is always there, without a name, without a form. When there is no name, no form, listen carefully. No perception, no sensation. No thought, no emotion. There is no I thought. What is the question of like, dislike, desire, no desire, renunciation, aggrandizement, indulgence, denial? Where? And even if it is there at the level of the world continuously, cyclone is coming, it's not that you are creating cyclone, the body is changing and aging, yet you are no more identifying with these things, including your own thoughts and emotions, to be affected by it. That's why a person who abides in himself, in the absence of a desire backed by unhappiness, emptiness, there is no like and dislike. If it is there, therefore a desire for desire's sake, perception for perception's sake, action for action's sake. If it is done, beautifully. Not done, beautifully. Living for living's sake. I am not giving the statement. Bhagavan Krishna, beautifully it comes in Bhagavad Gita, people don't understand. Tato yuddhaya yujyasva naiva papam apsasi. Hey Arjuna, sukhe dukkhe samekrutva labha labho jaya jayo. It comes, tato yuddhaya yujyasya. Hey Arjuna, tato yuddhaya yujyasya. Fight for fighting's sake, not for conquest, celebration, power, position, fulfillment. Ask yourself anything. Listen carefully. Ask yourself a question. Are you living for life's sake? Are you working for work's sake? Are you with a person for person's sake, relationship's sake? Are you doing anything for its own sake or for your happiness' sake? You don't need any other test case. Simple question. Am I laughing because I am laughing for laughing's sake or because I want to impress somebody? Am I giving for giving's sake or to impress somebody? I am not giving for not giving's sake or to torture somebody. If you have an agenda, are you getting that point? If you have a purpose, a plan, a motive, behind any action, anything that you do, even you think to torture, to punish, you plan to persecute, torture, torment. The moment you do that, you are the first victim of your own planning. Listen, please see that. I am going through, oh my God, it is so beautiful. I am going through in a house, the whole arrangement I am making through. And all the time I am planning, if I keep this here, how she will like it, how you will like it. If I put it there, I will do that. If I get this one, how will they like, how will I like it, like that. So all the time you are torturing, tormenting yourself, how the other person like it, so that they will feel me, how they will tell me, they will congratulate me, compliment me, to say how nice they have kept the house. You go through all, so it's not for pleasure, because you are doing it for somebody's sake, not for your own sake, not for the action's sake. So you are doing it for your own sake so that you get complimented. But it's not for action's sake. The flower is put here not for flower's sake, but because what the other person will say. So while putting, it's a headache. The other person being stupid. Like a gori was struck, as Shankara says nicely, when he garland the cow doesn't feel. No, the cow goes, starts eating it. Right? So as a person comes there, and he or she is a person who has absolutely no sensitivity. He goes into the room, he doesn't even mark what differences are there. It would not make difference if the pillows are on the table and the table is on the bed. It also would not make any difference. But you have placed it, and the person doesn't compliment you at all. How do you feel? Destroyed. The person is so insensitive. Person is insensitive. Person is a person. Your expectations drives you crazy. Because it's not an action for action's sake. Your smile has a motive. Your anger has a motive. Your giving something has a motive. Your not giving something also has a motive. Therefore, you are thoroughly disappointed. When it's action for action's sake, are you getting that? Sharing for sharing's sake, giving for its own sake, teaching for teaching's sake. Not so that when I teach, people will say, I am a good teacher. I am already good whether you like it or not. He's like a musician who enjoys his music for his own sake. But the musician himself is enjoying. The whole, whole audience doesn't appreciate. He had a wonderful evening. Yes, if the others appreciate, fantastic. They did not appreciate, it is their limitation. What can you do? The torture is when the person cannot sing anything, but he thinks the audience is useless. But he is enjoying his own discordant note. What can he do? Suffering. But that time, should the audience suffer? Here is a fool sitting down there. Thinks he is singing very well. You know that Ushtranam cha vivahe gardavanam gitam gayanti gardava. In the marriage of the camels, the donkeys are singing. How nice. Beautiful, very sensitive atmosphere. Ushtranam cha vivahe cha gitam sangitam, whatever, gitam gayanti gardava. The donkeys are all together singing. So donkeys and camels, they are having a good time. Why are you worried? They are how they are. No, please friends, it is not for somebody's sake, it is for yours. As long as, if you are tormented by desires and heya upadeya, it is nice, it is not nice, it is good, it is not good, it is bad, it is not bad, it is, pleasure, it is not pleasure, it is pain, it is not pain, it is nice, it is not. If any time these type of judgments, understand, judgments, pairs of opposites, any moment tormenting you, know that you do not know yourself. You can't say, I know myself and I am tormented. Then you should be happily tormented. You don't complain. If you want, I am happy with myself. Yeah, the body is going through cancer. What to do? The body is going through cancer. Something has to be done. I am doing to cure it. It cannot be cured. Let it go. Because you are living for living sake. Understand. Yuddhaya ujjasva. That line you cannot. Music for music, art for art's sake, living for living sake, everything for its own sake. How beautiful. Then there is no spruhana jiva, and there's not no heya, no padi. You don't look down upon something, nor you look up to something. So you can use your eyes to see the mistakes. You can also close your eyes not to see the mistake. When you are not seeing the mistake, you are not ignoring it. You have recognized, but you choose not to judge. Because if you simply close the eyes, you may close your eyes, but your mind will torture you. You have closed your eyes to something, but your mind is continuously torturing you. Please. So vichar, so nirvichara dasaspadam yavate. So as long as you have not inquired into what? Yourself, who you are, that long, you cannot escape these type of judgments and therefore suffering. Whereas, next verse, you can see that. Ragah pravruttau jayate ragah nivruttau dvesha eva hi nirdvando balavadhiman swayameva vastita. So whereas the person who has got two things, Raga, Dvesha, Pravritti, Nivritti. Listen carefully. If there is Raga, Raga means definite like, there shall be Pravritti. You shall be forced to do something. When you are Pravritti, when you are going towards something, this is very, very subtle, friends. Watch out. When you are going towards something, you may not have the definite like. But if you have a definite like, it will push you towards something or push you away from something. Are you getting that point, please? That is why you cannot pass judgment on the action. Are you getting that, please? If there is a pravritti, suppose somebody is going towards watching a movie, let us say, just take any example you take for yourself. Somebody is trying to go for watching a movie. Somebody going to take one chocolate. Pravritti. Does he have a raga? Does he like or not? Does he have a like towards the movie or the chocolate or not? Huh? Can you say yes? You are telling yes, but can you say yes? You cannot. Why? Because the person can go that pravritti, can have the pravritti, can go towards it without any definite like. Why? Others are doing it, so somebody is giving, therefore I am doing it. Taken away, I don't mind. Whereas if you have a raga, if you have a definite like, you cannot escape going towards something or running away from something. That type of activities will make you problem. That is why when you judge a person by his action, that is the normal world, just because he is going towards it, what shall you say? He is indulgent. Person is not going towards it, what will you say? Renunciate. But a person is going towards it, maybe total renunciate. Person is not going towards it, maybe totally indulgent, because he wants to prove that he is a renunciate. This thought, how are you going to prove to somebody? That is why do not pass judgment on anybody. Look at yourself completely. You can recognize, you can try to draw a conclusion, but let not that conclusion govern your life. Because in attributing a motive, you can go 100% wrong. You shall never know. That is why perhaps if you believe somebody, I'm talking the ordinary man's language now, in a sense, in wisdom that language is unaccepted, in a sense, you can be accommodated but not justified. If you believe that God will punish, if at all He punishes, there's a wrong language. When the human beings will judge you from the action, call it divinity, call it totality, shall take your motives into account. That is your motive must be so clear to you. When the whole world praises you, you can be looking down upon yourself. When the whole world hates you, you can be totally at rest with yourself, because you know what it is. So please see this point. Pravritto jayate raga, nivritto dvesha evai. Two things it is talked about now. In the beginning stages, by going towards a particular object continuously, pravrittyo raga jayate. Like a child, again and again eating the chocolate, will develop a like for chocolate. Again and again being with the mother, will develop a like for the mother. Why South Indian children will like tair sadam, curd rice? Why the North Indian children roti? Why Chinese people different? Why? Why different types of foods? Because you pravritto raga. By continuously involving yourself in those things, you develop a raga. Like you develop a raga towards a particular culture, particular way of worship, particular idea, particular music. Everybody doesn't like Indian music. Everybody will not like Western music. Everybody will not like the folk music. Depends what you are exposed to. Pravritto raga jayate. Listen carefully. So in the beginning stages of life, what you go on doing continuously, that creates an impression, strong impression towards the object. Nivritto dvesha. Don't do. Dvesha. I should not do this. That becomes the dvesha. Definite hatred you develop. That is why suppose that you are in a tradition which says this food is taboo, this perception is taboo, this thing is a taboo, whatever. Whether it is a food, whether it is a sound, this is the touch, this is the word, this is this behavior, this is a taboo. Then what happens? Total strong dislike. Once you develop that strong like and dislike, as an adult, please see, first as a child, your engagements created the like. Your denials created the dislike. When you are grown up, your likes will prompt engagements and your dislikes will prompt your denials. Totally divided. Are you getting that? That is where if you have got a religious person, you become so, whether it's religious or secular, doesn't matter. Both ways you be strong, because whatever, like a child has been told, eating fish is no problem, eating meat is no problem, it's okay, it's okay. You have been like that. So when you are grown up, what happens? What do you want? Chicken. The other person says, chicken is dirt, it is nonsense, cannot, vegetarian. Strong. Cannot touch it. Conflict if he eats it. Conflict, then the non-vegetarian goes through, because why can I not eat it? What is wrong with that? You understand how your likes and dislikes? You take your personal behavior, whether it is for a sound, for a touch, or a taste, or a smell, food, sex, luxury, denial, definite ideal, this is how it is, this is good, this is bad, this is right, this is wrong, this is this, this is that. So engagements create likes. Later on your likes control your engagements. Your denials create your dislikes. Later on your dislikes control your denials. Both like and dislike controls your engagements, involvements, as well as the denials. Whereas, when you see yourself who you are, Appa. Now, when you are having like and dislike, you will not act for act's sake. You shall say, if I do this, I will be happy, or else conflict. If I don't do this, I will be happy. Therefore, I will not do this. So it is no more for action's sake. It shall be action for the happiness sake or avoiding unhappiness. Therefore, you shall be continuously avoiding, not avoiding, avoiding, not avoiding. Therefore, conflict, conflict, conflict. Then what is the conflict of culture? In one culture, eating meat is okay. Eating vegetable is not okay. Another culture, eating vegetable is okay. Eating meat is not okay. Finish. Two people fighting. In one culture, seeing God in everything is okay. See God in one place is not okay. In another culture, seeing God in one place is okay. How can you see God in everything? That is not right. So those two fellows will fight, religious fight. You understand? In one culture, this name is holy, this animal is holy. In another culture, this name is unholy, that animal is unholy. What do you do? See how beautiful it is? Please. Not only have bifurcated the world as holy and unholy, divided it as noble, ignoble, secular religion, good or bad. Naturally, therefore, you have divided your thoughts too. These are good thoughts, these are bad thoughts. Appa, suffering, suffering, suffering. Is no more thought for thought's sake. Now thought for happiness sake. If this thought comes, misery. If this thought comes, happiness. So no more thought for thought's sake. You are continuously fighting with your thoughts. Even if you go into further, is no more individual, I thought for I thought's sake. I thought for identity. Without the I thought, I have no identity. Suffering. So when you are who you are, the I thought is for its own sake, just to functional acting. Are you getting that? How beautiful. Tasmat, nirdvando, whereas person who has no dvandva, no conflict, because this I is not there to create a conflict. Such a person, balavat, like a baby. Balavat, not baby. It's not a baby. Don't say babies are wise. Balavat, like a baby. Why? Because babies, when you say they have no likes and dislikes, they are yet to develop likes and dislikes. When this baby, the wise man, one who knows himself, herself, call it whatever, who knows himself, when knows the truth, what happens? Balavat, like a child. In a sense, he has gone beyond likes and dislikes to go into the second childhood, a total innocence. First innocence was born of ignorance and helplessness. The second innocence is born of wisdom and absolute strength. Okay? So, this is what it is. Therefore, hatum icchanti sansaram ragi dukkha jihasaya. And if you see the problems now, you say, no, I will have raga. What is wrong if I have raga? You will have problem. Ragi dukkha jihasaya samsaram hatum ichchati. Ragi, the fellow who has definite like, means definite dislike also. Understand? Person who has like means dislike also included. Okay? If you have a like means what? You have also dislike, no. I like laddu. I don't like which is not laddu. Are you getting that? When you have a definite like, Understand? When you definite like on which your happiness depends, without which you will be miserable. Since without something that will be miserable, dukkha jihasaya. Jihasa means tyaptum ichha jihasa. Dukkha jihasa. You want to give up the dukkha. Desire to give up is known as jihasa. Desire to give up anything. What? Dukkha jihasa. I want to give up this dukkha. Why I want to give up this dukkha? Because dukkha means what? I want to give up the sweet because eating sweet gives me conflict. I want to give up this because doing that or getting this gives me conflict. Therefore, I want to get out of this conflict, get out of this dukkha, and therefore, sansaram hatum ichchati. He wants to renounce the world. Ragi hatum ichchati. A ragi wants to be a sannyasi, ordinary word, sannyasi, nyasi, a ordinary person. Because he is so much of this, the fellow wants to be giving up the world. We call him a renunciate. One who is stuck on indulgence and therefore pain wants to be a renunciate. One who is afraid of renunciation wants to indulge. Who is better? Afraid of indulgence, somebody wants to renounce. Afraid of renunciation, somebody wants to indulge. Who is better? Rende stupid. Both are stupid. Because one wants to give up the world for the sake of unhappiness, where there is no unhappiness. Another wishes to chase the world, indulge in the world for the sake of happiness, which again is not there. So both are stupid. Happiness is yourself. Vitaraga nirdukham. Vitaraga nirdukha. One who has no like and dislike. Vitaraga means vitaraga and dvesha. Raga dvesha viyukteistu vishayan indriyescharan. Atmavasya videyatma prasadam adhigacchati. So raga includes dvesha, okay? Because people who are renunciate, they think they are very great. People are indulgent, they think they are also very great. So they are fighting between the indulgent and renunciate. So this person is indulgent, stupid. This one is a renunciate, great. In some respect, renunciate also indulgent, oh, he's become stupid. Some respect, indulgent become renunciate, oh, he's very nice. So nice or no, not nice? That is why your judgment fails. That is why sannyasi, when you talk about sannyasi, what does it mean? Sannyas, Bhagavan says, hey Arjuna, geyasa nitya sannyasi, yona dveshti na kankshati, nirdvando hi mahavaho, sukham vandhat pramuchyate. Sannyasi is not a person. Sannyasi is not a lifestyle. Understand carefully. Sannyasi is not a lifestyle. Engineering knowledge is not a lifestyle. Sannyasi is not a lifestyle. Sannyasi is who? Yona geyasa nitya sannyasi. Hey Arjuna, know him to be that person, know him as a nitya sannyasi who eternally renunciate. Yona dveshtina kankshati. One who has no likes, no dislikes. Only in the self, the conscious Atma, nitya sannyasta. Self, the absolute consciousness alone, where there is no likes and dislikes. Because physical body, you cannot escape like and dislike. Indriyani, understand. Indriyani, indriyarthveshu, ragadveshu, vyavasthito. Indriyani, indriyartheshu. For the sense organ toward the sense object, there shall be comfort and discomfort. Loud noise in front of you, near your ears. Woof. Ears will be lost. Very gentle music. Not that ears you enjoy, but comfort, discomfort for the sense organs. Heat cannot take. Cold breeze, you cannot take. For sense organ toward the sense object, raga dvesha vyavasthito, there shall be consideration of comfort and discomfort. Tayorna vasavagachyate. Do not come under the spell of it. Don't say, I am uncomfortable, I am comfortable, or I am happy, I am unhappy. No. Tayorna vasamagachyate. And when shall you know that? When you become one with yourself, consciousness. As long as the I thought is there, identifying with the condition of a body, condition of the sense organs, or condition of a thought, like dislike. When that is not there, no raga, no dvesha. So that self, Atma, Nitya Sannyasta. Therefore, everybody is a sannyasi when you understand the reality. Everybody is a grihastha. Grihastha means indulgent. When you don't understand yourself. Grihastha means gruhe tishtati. The physical body also is a house, thought also is a house, creation also is a house. And then you have you are married to your thought and children, anger, hatred, jealousy. You understand? There is no, the unmarried fellows are not sannyasi. Huh? That is the idea we have got. No. That is atyasrami. Atyasrama means who has asramam atitya vartate, who has gone beyond the asrama of brahmachari, grihastha, vanaprastha, sannyas. Atyasrami. One who is one with the consciousness, the absolute. You don't call him a sannyasi, or a grihastha, or a vanaprastha, or anything. Wisdom. Therefore comfortable. He is comfortable as a sannyasi. Meaning, if he wants to choose this lifestyle, fine. Chooses to be vanaprastha sometimes, chooses to be grihastha, chooses to be brahmachari. I mean, in a sense, comfortable in any condition. No raga, no dvesha. Vitaraga, nirdukham. Tasminapi na khidyati. Even when he lives tasmin in this world, tasmin sansare, in this world even is existing, na khidyati. At no time he grieves ever in life. So ask yourself the question. Do you want to get away from some situation to be happy? Yes, you have not understood anything. Do you want to be in a particular situation, then you can be happy? Yes, then you have not understood anything. This is for you to taste. I am happy in every condition, superb. No raga, no dvesha. Mana, apamana, respect, somebody respects, fantastic. Somebody disrespect, excellent. Sukha, dukkha, tremendous comfort, oh, tremendous discomfort, yes. Somebody very friendly, oof, very nice, thank you. Somebody terribly inimical, wonderful fellow. It's not a hyperbole. Or else, Shastra will be apramana. Shastra will be useless. Wisdom will be useless. Because, what is this? Is it necessary to tell somebody? Is it necessary to tell somebody that sometimes you shall be sukhi, sometimes you shall be dukhi? Is it necessary? Is it necessary? You understand? Is it necessary to give instructions and injunctions to people that sometimes you will be sukhi, sometimes you will be dukhi, sometimes you will be happy, sometimes you will be unhappy, sometimes you can indulge, sometimes you should not indulge, sometimes you do this, sometimes you do that. Every fool automatically does it. If at all you tell, go beyond it, not under the spell of it. Even in the comfortable situations, you are not lost in it. Uncomfortable situation, you are not lost in it. Some people lose themselves in happiness. Some people lose themselves in misery. Right or wrong? Business, roaring business, Buddhist dies. Business failure, Buddhist kills himself. Who is better? Everybody respects him, therefore, oh, I am the biggest man in the world. Everybody goes away, ooh. How people complain. Swamiji, you don't know. When I was in the job, my telephone never stops ringing. Now, not a day telephone rings. When I was young, everybody was around. Now I am, like Alaska. Everybody knows where it is, but nobody goes there. Pathetic, pathetic. So, when I had a bank balance, I was everybody's uncle. Now there is no money, nobody comes around. Or somebody wants to play up. So, where are you when I did not have anything? I studied under the street light, got the job. Now suddenly everybody says, I'm his brother, I'm his uncle, I'm this man. Where are you? Another idiot. The person who is wise person, mana apamana, satru mitra, sukha dukkha, pain pleasure, fantastic. Beautiful summer, nice winter, wonderful rain, terrible autumn, beautiful autumn. Everything is beautiful. How can you say everything is beautiful? What else to do? I am beautiful. If you are miserable, if everything appears to be miserable, relatively that fellow when he becomes a little excited, everything is like excitement. The wise man, neither miserable in misery, nor excited in excitement. Understand? Don't say, when the Asbin, the ignorant man is miserable in misery, the wise man is excited in excitement. Wrong statement. Misery, excitement are the relative things. The ignorant will be miserable in some miserable moment, and suddenly misery is forgotten, excited in an excitement moment. Marriage, oh. Death, oh. The person who is wise, as much he enjoys the marriage, that much he enjoys the death. How can you enjoy the death unaffected? It has to happen. You are not surprised. Oof. You are never surprised by any incident in life. Krishna, Bhagavad Gita, everything is so beautiful. What can I say? Arjuna says, when shall I know I have understood this reality? Bhagavan says, beautiful. Yadate moha kalilam buddhim vyatidarishyati tada gantasi nirvedam srotavyasa srutasya cha. Remember this line. Hey Arjuna, Yadate moha kalilam buddhi vyatidarishyati. When your buddhi moha kalilam tarishyati, vicheshana atityarishyati, completely has gone beyond every type of delusion. Moha kalilam, the whole group of delusions, mass of delusions, in a sense, anything, all the delusions, everything, you have completely crossed. When shall I know that? Tada, that time, nirvedam gantasi. Appa, nothing to fight for, nothing to go for. And nothing will surprise you. What? Srotavyasa srutasya. What all you have experienced means nothing to you. What you did, what you touched, what you tasted, what you smelled, what you lived, how everything happened to you, it means nothing. It's all finished. Srotavyasa, what is yet to be listened, yet to be seen, yet to be tasted, yet to be touched. That also doesn't surprise you. The person was very, very terrible fellow. Doesn't matter. Now he has become wonderful. Very nice. Why? I am not surprised, but that possibility is there. This person was so nice, suddenly becomes such a devil. Not surprised. Why? The person who is ignorant will swing from one extreme to another extreme. It can swing from any level. Why only extreme to extreme, middle to middle also? Meaning the person can change. Today he is smiling, tomorrow he is crying. That can happen. Today he is helping, tomorrow he can be destroying. If it happens, not surprised. Why? In me the infinity possibilities exist. Nothing surprises you anymore in life. How can he do that? Why should he not? How can he talk like that? Why should he not? Why? Because that person has a particular standpoint. It's fine. How can he pluck that flower? Hey, he liked it, he plucked it. We tell him he should not, but after he has plucked it, why means what? He came here, did not bring a single plant and came to the ashram. So everybody who comes here should bring a plant, huh? We are not surprised when people do, we are not surprised when people do not do. Why? Because you are not surprised when your own body throws a disease. You are not surprised when your body has got a self-remission. Suddenly cancer is gone. Huh? Suddenly gone. So much pain. Huh? Suddenly gone. Yes. You are not surprised when long lost thought returns. Huh? My God, suddenly this thought comes back. Now you are surprised. You never thought of something after a long, long time. Until somebody reminds you. Did you think, my God, 40 years. What is that I did? One particular food, almost 30, 40 years back. I said, oh my God, other day in Orissa, that particular, the taste, somebody had prepared that cauliflower and potato, which was childhood, where those days no masala, no spices. Pure taste of cauliflower will be there. Mother was making that curry. I was staying in our place in the tribal belt. One lady from the tribal area, I made it. I couldn't believe me, for 4 or 5 days I was staying there. I said, every day that must be done. Every day. And every day without fail I was eating that. It was super. After 30, 40 years it comes back. Not surprised. Never comes back. Are you getting that point? Before you apply all these principles to others, the first person you must test it on is yourself. You are not surprised by the turn of your thoughts, emotions, body. Yet you are never under the spell of it. If you are not under the spell of it, you shall never come under the spell of when other people change, their emotions change, their situations change. Expected. Why the people when you are traveling flying in the plane, they say, no, if, ladies and gentlemen, ching, ting, ting, yes, what is that? Now the pilot, the captain has put on the seat belt, please, because there is a turbulence. There is turbulence. Then once there is no turbulence, now you are very ready now. Expected. Therefore not surprised. But suppose you never expect. You fall and say, what is this? Now you are afraid. But he said, there will be on the way there may be turbulence, there may be things. Turbulence, you are not surprised. Relative situation. It can be smooth, it can be turbulence. Like that in life. I am the space of consciousness in which turbulence expected comes, fantastic. Expected but not desired. You don't wish for trouble. What trouble is, it can come. You can wish for trouble-free things, but anything can also come. Therefore, okay, read the finish it. We shall finish it up. Yasya bhimane mokshopi dehe pimamata tatha nacha jnani cha va yogi kevalam dukkha bhagaso haro yadi upadeshtate hari kamalajo piva tathapi natava swasthyam sarvam vismaranadrute. It's amazing verses. I wish we can. I'll take it now a little bit. When we see the next time, before we go to the next chapter, we shall see that also. Beautiful. Amazing verses. Put yourself in that. Yasya abhimana mokshepi dehepi mamata tatha. Yasya abhimana Mokshe abhimana tatha mamata dehe mamata. The person who has strong identification as what? I am the body, mama deha, mamata, I am the body. The same person when he says, I am liberated and feels very comfortable, nacha jnani nava yogi, kevala dukkha bhagasu. Beautiful statement, think of it. The person who was telling, I am the body, now he says, I am free. Understand? In liberation, you cannot be proud that I am free. There is nobody to say that. The person who was proud, I did not have food, now I have the food. I did not have the money, now I have the money. I did not have education, now I have the education. The same fellow who says, I had the ignorance, now I am knowledgeable. I was bound, now I am free. That fellow is nacha jnani nava yogi. Neither is a jnani, wise man, nor is a yogi. Why? Because you cannot, listen carefully, you cannot say anything in wisdom. Nacha jnani. As much you are bound when you say, I am the body, that much you can be bound when you say, I am not the body. I am not there to say, I am this or I am that. Are you getting that point? So that is where just being yourself. We'll see next class, okay? Because excellent verses, my mind is resisting because, oh, you want to finish in 2 minutes, huh? No, I don't want to do that. Because what is the big deal? We can have next classes, these 2 verses, amazing. Just because not only forget, what? Not only forget the teaching, forget this I, but you forget what? Even the teachers. Just because you give a finishing touch. Your Upadeshta, your instructor can be Haraha, Shiva himself. God, Lord Shiva himself can be teaching you. Hari the Upadeshteta, or Vishnu himself can be teaching you. Kamalajobi, Brahma himself can be your teacher. Listen. ASHTAVAKRA tells Janaka. Tathapina tava swasthyam. Still you are not established in yourself. Sarvam vismaranat rute. Until you forget all your teachers and teaching. Oh, that's fantastic. If I have to Swamiji ultimately forget the teacher and the teaching, why should I start the teaching? Fool, understand. Before, you cannot forget the teachers and teaching until you forget yourself. The I thought. When that goes, nobody to say, I am a student, therefore there is no teacher and teaching. As long as you are a student, ignorant, and therefore, but you want to say, I am a wise man, you cannot escape a teacher teaching everything. You will have a headache. But when I am not there, so shall you drop with dropping the God, dropping the teacher, dropping the teaching, or dropping yourself? Right. Arrogant people start with dropping the tradition, dropping the teacher, dropping the everything. Everything is useless. They themselves are, what is that? Swamacharya. I am the truth. The people, everybody likes it. Oh, I like this particular religion because he says, I am the light unto myself. How? So you can be the light unto yourself, and somebody says you are darkness to yourself, you get very angry. So you are really light, I am very happy with this tradition because he says, I am the truth. Okay? When somebody says, no, you are not the truth, if you get angry, that tradition has not blessed you. Because you are angry, you are very proud that I am the truth. Even if somebody says you are not the truth and you are affected, you are really not the truth. Because you don't need a word. You don't need a thought for anything to be yourself. Consciousness. Therefore, this is the ultimate. You learn it, never to learn. Knowing you have nothing more to learn. You get it, nothing more to gain. You lose it, nothing more to lose. You lose the ahankar, nothing else to lose. You gain yourself, nothing else to gain in life. That is the truth, where no likes, no dislikes, no nothing. Okay? We shall see more of it. Just close your eyes.